slow today, returning to the sauna for my second session. It was not very warm this morning when I started. When it's cold out, it takes a little bit longer to warm up. So I'm going for 2 rounds and 2 coffees today. And my coffee has coconut peptides, or coconut, is that coconut peptides? Collagen peptides with coconut. And then another collagen supplement, so there's lots of protein and fat in it. And that has worked really well for me to kick my digestion into gear and to get my morning coffee while also getting the fat and protein that hopefully prevents me from having hormonal issues with drinking coffee. I don't know, but it's working, so we're just gonna go with that. I just posted the last 2 days worth of videos. I didn't post a video yesterday because things kind of evolved quickly, but I had the material. I had actually created the video, I just had to create the YouTube thumbnail. That's the sound to reset. So yesterday was an interesting day, noticing that in this practice, the invitation is to always get more vulnerable and to not let the fear of being vulnerable or exposing the truth to prevent me from doing the thing that I intended to do. Because that's the point. The point is to get vulnerable and share the truth. And living ceremony contains it all. So it contains the intimate, vulnerable, tender moments like processing, walking the pathway of helping walk someone home. Help them in their process of moving towards transitioning, whatever that may look like, and on whatever unknown timeline. And that's a really interesting piece of the death portal process, is really just not knowing what's in store, but not closing off to it or hiding or avoiding. And in my own personal process, recognizing that I've been feeling the invitation, that I went through some layers of a death portal this time last year, having multiple people pass away in a short amount of time and processing that. And then choosing to take a course that relates Buddhism and shamanism to the death process. And that this has all been preparing me to be more available to living, even in dying. Not that I'm planning on dying, but I mean eventually. But none of us really know, and I guess that's the point. So prepare yourself now so that it won't be a shock when you get there. And not only that, but to be more available to the ceremony of death and dying without fear. Being available to celebrate and be present and live through the process of dying. So, yesterday felt particularly tender and intimate. And I think that is what I'm here to do. So, I'm just gonna say, way to show up for it all. Oh, again from the bathtub. I live here now. sometimes I just need to move slow and soak and cocoon. So yesterday, thankfully, I handled a lot of things. Cleaning, organizing, cooking, which felt like self-care, so that I would have more spaciousness for today, where I need to just be tender with myself, actually begin the packing process. And just breathe. What does it mean to be raw and vulnerable? And why do we do it? What connects us to each other? To something greater than us? What are those aha moments and those feelings that are hard to describe? A sense of the awe. Why am I choosing to share from my bed, from my bathtub? What are we here for? What am I here to do? Started my moon, and despite my efforts to relieve cramps, I'm still not there yet. So I attempted a suggestion, which was red meat twice a day the week before my moon. As well as magnesium and zinc and broccoli sprouts and all these liver detoxing things. But it's a day of rest. So the next layer of this is continuing with castor oil packs, which I had started and then fell off of. So I'm back to doing castor oil packs. I'm on day 4 of the parasite cleanse. Digestion is doing good. So I just stick with it. I just keep running the program, knowing that I had many years of not listening or taking as good of care of myself. I don't want to shame myself because I've learned so much along the way and had many dietary journeys, from vegetarianism to veganism to keto and all sorts of iterations. And I would say this paleo situation is the best I've felt with as far as consistency. So I just know that time is an interesting lens, and I just keep working at it. I notice that I have a different relationship to my body in general. I'm on social media, not made up. I am speaking to you from my bed when I am not feeling the greatest, feeling some pain. So that in and of itself, just to say, I'm going to share the journey. I'm open to releasing my stories around image and perfection in honor of the ceremony, in honor of the truth. And the truth of ceremony is showing up to what is needed. And right now, what is needed is my bed. So I enjoyed a healthy breakfast and a sweet potato it was a sweet potato, pecan butter, cashew butter, maple, cacao brownie that I made last night with pistachios, chocolate chips, and dates. That actually turned out to be such a win. They were overnight brownies because they are just lightly cooked because there's a little almond flour. And then they have to chill to set because it's basically just nut butters and sweet potato, which is amazing because it's healthy and paleo and it's a sweet treat with all healthy stuff. So anyways, I just didn't realize when I started making them that, oh yeah, these are going to be needing to sit overnight. So I didn't try them last night. They smelled so good. So that was a wonderful treat today when I finished I had some arugula, cucumbers, olives, pickles, capers on the salad, and some beef sausage, and some buckwheat bread. Buckwheat pacha bread is my one modification. To add a pseudo grain. It's kind of more like a seed from my understanding, but it would be in a modified paleo. But the buckwheat has done really well for me. So that with a little cashew cream cheese on top of the toast, it was good. So slowing down before packing. I'm watching a Christmas movie. I'm resting, sipping on some dandelion tea and some green tea. And just being present for this ceremony. It's important to be in the now, whatever it looks like.